Hello, hello. We're here for Walking the Path. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm having a great day. I hope you're having a great day. It's a beautiful day. It's a little cloudy here in Costa Rica. It's the rainy season. And during the rainy season, it's our winter. We're getting into the winter here. And it's just beautiful. So lush and green and these beautiful tropical rains. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for coming in. And I am excited to talk to you today about spiritual recalibration. I want to tell you this. By just listening to this, you are recalibrating your spirit. That's what's going on. That's why. Hey, what's up, Matthew? Good to see you, brother. Appreciate you. So this is, what I want to share with you today is that you right now are recalibrating yourself to a higher level. You right now are up leveling yourself, even when you don't think you are. That's what this whole talk is about today, is about spiritual recalibration. My dear friend and brother, Rocky, who's also a good friend of Matthew's, said to me, that's what you do. He said, you recalibrate the spirit. And I was like, I like that. And so that was a gift from my brother that I get to say, I'm a spiritual recalibrator, the spiritual recalibrator, or you can just call me the recalibrator. It's a new series. It's a new limited series on Netflix. The recalibrator. John Jacob Mubarak is the spiritual recalibrator. And that's what's happening right now. So what else is happening right now is amazing transformation and recalibration at Rythmia. I was just talking to a guest. Man, let me know if you have any of these thoughts in your head. He was telling me, like, this isn't working. This isn't working. And the reason why it's not working is I'm too in my head. And there is just this constant cynic in his head. Like, I'm so broken that I'm going to break your system. It works for everybody but me. Things happen for other people, but not me. Is that anybody here? Does anybody feel that way? So I was talking to this guy at lunch today who was feeling this way. And one of the things that I shared with him, and he's done a lot of therapy. He's a smart guy. He's been in therapy for years. He had a really traumatic childhood. He's very aware of all this. And I said something to him that he said he had never heard in therapy. And that was pure spirit. That was pure. I was just talking to him and it came through. And that's the spiritual recalibration. So what I said to him was, it's okay that you feel so cynical. It's okay that you feel that it can happen for everybody but you. Because the more you try, hey, what's up? Good to see you. The more you try to push those parts away, that there's that thought that you have, that I have, that he has, that I'm so broken that I'm going to break whatever system I'm going to, or it works for everybody but me. I'm so broken, it doesn't work for me. Things don't work for me. I'm always the one that's left out. I'm always the one that other things happen to other people and it just doesn't happen for me. It's just the way my life is. And he's like, I'm aware of that narrative and I want to change it, but I can't change it. And he keeps trying to change it and force it out. And the more you force it out, the more power it gets. What you resist persists. So my invitation to him was, can you just accept that part of yourself? Okay. All right. There's that part of me that feels like it's not going to work. Okay. Like, that's it. All right, cool. And I'm going to go to ceremony tonight. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go. I was like, okay, cool. So go and take that part with you. Don't try and leave it out. Take it with you. That part actually needs more love, not less. That part needs to be accepted. And this is what we do with ourselves all the time. Think about your critical self. Think about your ongoing narrative of arguing for your limitations. He was very aware that he was arguing for his limitations. He's like, yeah, I know that. I know I'm arguing for it. I was like, okay, great. So there's my arguing for my limitations Buddha. I'm just going to bring that part with me. Okay, cool. And like, it just totally negates the power that thing has. It's like, okay, great. That's how I feel. Thank you. And I'm going to go do this. This is the power of self-reflexive consciousness, that we can actually say to ourselves, to our bodies, for example, meditation, right? Like, we think of it, how many of you out there try to meditate and your mind goes everywhere and you're like, I can't meditate, my mind goes everywhere. What if you just said, okay, there's that part of me that feels like I can't meditate and my mind is, monkey mind, monkey brain everywhere. Okay. And I'm going to sit down. And I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to tell myself I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do this. And what if you brought that part with you? Yeah, but there's that part of, okay, cool. There's that part. And I'm going to just sit here. And if that happens, then it happens. Okay. I'm just going to sit here. That energizes. It takes the power away of that narrative, of that belief, when you just accept it, because you're healing it when you accept it. And as we every time you tell yourself what you're going to do and do it, you're recalibrating your body and your mind and your spirit, body, mind, and soul. You're recalibrating, right? I'm going to sit here and do this. And I feel this way at the same time. Okay, cool. It's that simple. Accept with an A. Accept yourself. Accept every part of you, even the parts that are cynical, even the parts that feel hopeless, even the parts that feel beaten and ready to give up. Okay, great. Thank you. I'm ready to give up, and I'm going to sit down and meditate. Thank you. I'm ready to give up, and nothing's going to work for me. Okay, and I'm going to go to ceremony tonight. All right, and I'm going to do it. Okay, so spiritual recalibration. That was all about rythmia. Okay, so I want to tell you, like, this is what happens at Rythmia every week. This is the magic of plant medicine. And I'm so grateful for these little allies that we have, these little plant medicine allies that are helping us to recalibrate ourselves. And we can have a spiritual recalibration at any time when we just accept ourselves. As we accept ourselves, we start to come back into alignment. That's what a recalibration is. When you recalibrate an instrument, you're bringing it back into alignment with a certain vibration or frequency or process. So we're recalibrating the instrument of our body, and we do it through acceptance. Acceptance is the tool through which we recalibrate ourselves, and we begin to accept ourselves just as we are, that there's really nothing wrong with us. There's a part of us that has never been hurt, harmed, or endangered. There's a part of us, there's a part of you that remembers when you were still whole. Probably before 5, before 6, before 7. That part of you that was just riding your bike in the neighborhood and just having such a good time. That part of you that just was like, hey, coming out and just being like, what's up? How you doing? Blah. And then something happened in life and you got beat down and you said, oh, I can't be myself anymore. I can't do that. I can't be happy, lucky, free going and just express myself, because when I do, I get hit or I get made fun of, or I feel like I don't belong, or I'm not lovable, or I'm not enough. And we shut down that part of ourselves and we project out a part of us that we think we need to be in order to get our needs met. And so now we're uncalibrated. We're out of calibration. And so I want to invite you to just say to yourself, I'm recalibrating. Find and you recalibrate by remembering that part of you that was whole. Because there's a part of you, I was just listening to my friend and colleague, Dr. Jeff McNary, talk about this. And he said, if he brought his 5-year-old kid into the room we'd look at the 5-year-old kid and just see like, oh my God, this kid's an angel. He's an angel. He's just perfect. And it makes me happy just looking at him, just being around him makes me happy as an adult. I just feel that love, that little kid energy, right? So think of yourself at 5 and find yourself at 5. Go just picture yourself at that age. And then when that thing happened where you said, oh my God, I can't be myself because I'll get hurt, I'll get rejected, I'm not lovable, I'm not enough, I'm not safe. It's not safe to do that. So you put that part away and you project it out. The critical person, the cynical person, the perfectionist, the people pleaser, the control addict, the control freak, the drug addict, the class clown, whatever it is, you projected out who you think you need to be, and you shove that part away. Because you thought, what happens is you think there's something wrong with me. That's what happens when we're a kid. We don't think, oh, like as an adult, we go, oh, those people are ridiculous. They're just caught in their own bullshit and they tried to put me down. But as a little kid, someone puts you down, you think there's something wrong with you. It's me. I'm broken. And then you take on the I'm broken, there's something wrong with me story. So now go back, find your little self and tell them you're an angel. There's nothing wrong with you. You're an angel. You're perfect just as you are. And you know what? People feel better just being around you, just seeing you. The light that is within you shines so brightly that people just feel better just being around you. That is the recalibration, because that's the truth of who you are. That's the truth of who I am. That's the truth of who everybody is. So you can recalibrate yourself. You can recalibrate yourself by going back to that point where something happened and you split from yourself, and you can remind yourself, just like if you saw a little baby today, that little baby being that little baby, that light is just shining off them, and it makes you feel good just being around them, not because they're doing anything, not because they pleased you, not because they did anything that was in any way that they had to do anything for you to see the beauty in them. They didn't have to do anything for you to feel better by just being around them. Them being them was healing for you. That's who you are. You aren't the broken person. You aren't the one who has something wrong with them. You never were. That was a story that you took on. And we get to break ties with that story. We get to recalibrate ourselves and come back into alignment with the truth of who we are. And we simply get to say, you are an angel. Tell yourself, tell that little 5-year-old you, you're an angel. You're perfect just as you are. There's nothing wrong with you. And you just being you lights up the room. And come back into alignment with that, because that's the truth. That's the truth of that's your truth. That's your sacred truth, is that you being you serves the great plan of love. No matter what flaws you think you have, no matter whether you did something or didn't do something, you just being you is the healing that the world needs. Come back into alignment with yourself. Recalibrate with yourself. Come back to yourself and tell yourself, you're perfect. You're an angel. People feel better just being around you by you just being you. There's a little story I'm going to tell you about 2 pots of water. Are you ready for this? 2 pots of water. 2 pots. One is a water carrier, and he's got a stick on his shoulders and 2 pots of water on either side. And one of them has a crack, and one of them is perfect. And so the water carrier is walking with the water one day, and he notices that the pot with a crack in it is feeling kind of bad. And he says, hey, crack pot, what's up? And the crack pot says, I'm feeling kind of low. And the water carrier says, why are you feeling low? He's like, well, I can't do what I'm made to do. I'm supposed to carry water from the well to the master's house, but I got this crack and I spill, like a third of the water before I ever get there. And I can't refill the house's needs. I'm not even doing what I'm made to do. I can't carry my full complement of water and do the service that I'm meant to do. And then there's the perfect pot on the other side who does it all perfectly, right? I'm just feeling pretty bad, right? There's something wrong with me. And the water carrier says, crackpot, I want you to look at the path that we walk every day. What do you see? And the crackpot says, well, there's a bunch of flowers there. And the water carrier says, yeah, that's right. You water those flowers every time you walk on that path. Every time we walk on that path, you spill water and it waters those flowers. You are watering those flowers. And then we cut those flowers and make an offering of beauty for the master's table every day. So I love this story because it says to me that everything serves the great plan of love. This is why we should never criticize ourselves or judge ourselves or criticize or judge another, because them being them is the medicine. We don't know how our flaws are actually serving. We don't know how our perceived defects are actually serving the great plan of love. So stay with the truth of who you are, which is you are perfect, whole, and complete, just as you are. You don't have to perform a task perfectly for you to be of service. And in fact, the ways that you are just being you are the most gracious gift that you can give to those around you, and that you're actually healing. The more authentic and the more true that you are, you're actually healing. You're healing yourself and you're healing the world. I'm so grateful and so thankful to share this with you today, to step into this vibration of spiritual recalibration. And I am so grateful for each of you joining in Instagram world, in Facebook world, and YouTube world. Thank you so much. I'm wishing you just richest blessings today and so much peace. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're perfect. You're whole. You're complete. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything to earn that love. You don't have to prove yourself in any way. I'm telling myself this too. You don't have to prove yourself. Just you being you is the gift. Much love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.